The detective said missing kids usually come home. What happens when they don't?
Based on a true story.
Police looking for John Gacy.
We discovered bodies. By the looks of it, they're younger men.
The things he did to those kids. He's sick.
The system failed these families.
Devil in Disguise, John Wayne Gacy. Streaming now, only on Peacock.
Do you know how many there are?
Up to you to find out.
What I bought? A new Blink Mini 2K Plus smart security camera. What I got? 2K clarity sharp enough to see every detail of home when I'm away. Plus audio like I'm in the room, not with my bestie traveling to another city. Plus easy plug-in setup to install faster than skipping through podcast ads. But you'd never skip ads, right? Plus, I got all of this for just $49.99. Blink Mini 2K Plus. Mini camera, max performance. Shop now at amazon.com/blink.
The camera was in perfect, very new condition. Besides
no,
the motherboard.
it wasn't in perfect condition. Because you took it to a camera repair shop. So what was wrong with it?
The motherboard.
Besides the fact that it didn't work.
This is the plaintiff, Wendy. She says she brought her professional camera to the defendant's shop for repair, and the guy lost it. That's right, the camera she uses in her profession to make a living is now gone, disappeared into thin air. She's lost jobs because she has no camera. The defendant refuses to replace her camera with a new one, and she's suing the crummy camera repair guy for the $2,236.10. She's out. This is the defendant, Michael. He says he shipped the plaintiff's camera to Canon for a new circuit board. And a few weeks later, they informed him the camera was unrepairable. He did everything to make the plaintiff happy, even loaning her a new camera so she wouldn't lose out on work. He's sorry, but if the manufacturer says the camera can't be fixed, it can't be fixed. He's accused of not getting the picture. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $590.53, the value of the loaner camera the plaintiff still has in her possession.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Milian in our forum, the People's Court.
Be seated, come to order. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Wendy, you've asked us not to mention your last name, and we respect that. You are suing the camera repair shop, represented here by Michael. You've also asked us not to use your last name, for $2,236.10 in lost wages and the cost of a new camera because they lost your camera during a repair. You have a counterclaim against her for $590.53 for the cost of a camera that you loaned her that she has not returned, and for the repairs that you didn't make. So that's interesting. I can't wait to hear this whole story. Go ahead. What happened?
Your Honor, on April 15th, I handed my black Canon XS over to, his name's Albert. I don't know if I could say his last name, but it's a local camera shop. And he said it should be fixed and back in my possession within a few weeks. He determined it was a circuit board that went. And a few weeks passed.
There are circuit boards and cameras?
Yes. It's like a motherboard in the camera. The camera was in perfect, very new condition besides the motherboard.
No, it wasn't in perfect condition because you took it to a camera repair shop. So what was wrong with it?
The motherboard.
Besides the fact that it didn't work, what was wrong with it? I mean, it didn't work. That's why you took it there.
It did not work.
Okay.
The outside of the camera was in beautiful
condition. It was beautiful. Okay.
Yes. So initially he said, I called him to see what was going on. He said it should be back in a few weeks.
How old was your camera?
Probably about 4 years old, I'm guessing.
Okay.
He said that it was missing. So I said...
Wait, when did he say it was missing?
A few weeks in, I called to check on the status of my camera, and he said it was missing. So I said, where's my camera? And he said, I don't know, I got the tracking number, I'll call and I'll let you know. Anyway, he said it was lost in transit.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a photographer.
So what were you using in the meantime?
I didn't have anything at this point, because there's only been a few weeks. And I also do graphic art. I do illustration.
You don't work every day?
So I use my camera some of the time. I use Adobe Illustrator. I'm a graphic artist, illustrator, clip artist.
Okay.
That's what I do as well. So I do a number of things. So anyway, about 6 weeks go by, and in May 28th, he notes that he's waiting for parts. It's been 6 weeks. So I go into the store because I'm annoyed because I need the camera for work. So he lends me a black Rebel XS at this point to hold me over until I get my camera back. On June 17th, I go in there. He leaves a message on my answering machine saying, "Good news, I got your camera back." He goes, "It's already repaired, ready to go." So I said, okay. So I come into his store, and he pulled out this silver XS.
Which is not your camera.
Which is not my camera.
Okay.
And I said, that is not my camera. And he said to me, "This is better than your camera." He says, "This Canon very rarely does this. This is like new." I said, "This is not new." He goes, "No, it's refurbished." I said, "I don't want this, Albert." So he takes back the black XS, and he says, he offers me this. I said, "This is not my camera. I want the camera back that I gave to you for repair." So he said to me...
Why did he say, though, that Canon, according to... Are you guys authorized Canon representatives?
We
Repair
authorized to do, we don't do the repairs on site.
Right.
We're not authorized to do repairs on site. We send them to Canon to be repaired by Canon themselves.
But can anybody send them to, like, in other words, anybody's in that
We
position?
have a dealer account.
So anyway, he said, and I told him that I wanted the camera back that I gave him. And he said, "Well, do you want to wait 8 months for a part from Japan? Because that's how long it's going to take." So I said, "I'll see you back in March then, Albert." And I left with this camera, and I had no choice but, he showed it looked like it was working fine. So I was and this is where my witness was here. I was doing a website for her, and I was photographing her at the beach, and the camera was getting stuck, and the shutter wasn't releasing.
The loaner camera?
This loaner camera, the one he says is like new. So
how long had you been using it without a problem?
This was the first time I took it out to use.
How long after they had loaned it to you was that?
June 17th.
Right. And you were using it?
I use it and I don't use it. Like I said, I do.
How long had you been using it before you had the problem?
That was the first time I pulled it out.
What date was the photo shoot?
It was September 8th.
So June, July, August, September. That's
Yes.
3 months.
I didn't need
Had
it.
you used a camera or had you not used a camera in those 3 months?
I don't think I used it for work at that point.
Okay.
I did other jobs. I have other jobs that I do.
That's fine. So you had not worked as a photographer in those 3 months?
No, I didn't use it for those 3 months, no.
You had not worked as a photographer for those
No.
3 months. Is that
No.
correct?
I only used it
Is that correct, what I just asked? You can't have it
I
both
don't-
ways. You got to pick. I know
I
you
don't-
see where I'm
yes,
going.
I
so
know.
you
I
got to
don't
pick.
remember.
You either can sue for $2,000 for lost photography work,
I'm trying to
or
think-
you don't use a camera in 3 months. It's one or the other. So which is it?
I use it and I don't use it. I can't remember.
It's
I don't
both.
have the dates.
I use it and I don't use it. It's both.
I don't have the dates of all the times.
All right. So where's the camera?
The camera was with Canon. They replaced it with another model.
Right, but the customer has apparently fallen in love with her camera.
Understood.
She has a very emotional attachment to the camera. She wants to have the camera's babies. She goes to God bless you. It was kind of funny. You actually taped them without them knowing, right?
Yes,
You're in
I
what
did.
state? You're a one-party consent state, so that's okay.
It was a camera that my aunt gave to me.
Her aunt, did your aunt pass away or something?
Yes, she did.
Okay, I'm sorry to hear it. So it has sentimental value to her. And she actually, I hear on the tape, Albert saying things like, "Good news, just got off the phone with Canon," which is amazing because we've been at this for I don't know how long, and the camera's lost, I don't know, we don't know, blah, blah, blah. They can't find, okay, we found it, okay, we're gonna fix it, okay, here's a different okay, here's your camera, no, this camera's better. There's all kinds of, I think you guys just lost a camera. I mean, and nobody wants to come in because there's no reason for you.
UPS
Where's the
records.
camera right now, right this
We never
second?
received that camera back from Canon.
Why don't you make Canon give you back the camera when you have a customer who's this adamant about it?
I think he was still waiting for repair from the part.
Okay, you gotta be kidding me. She is suing you. So why don't you have it?
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So the question, does this woman have to take some substitute camera that this guy is offering her, or can she say, I want my camera or the money for my camera?
I think she can say, no, I want my camera or the money. There's no reason that she has to take a substitute.
Okay, but he's saying, look, I will give you something at least as good. If he does, if it's provable, it's at least as good. Does she have to take it?
I think that if she wants to walk away with something rather than nothing and spend her whole days fighting the legal battles, she should take it.
But she's already in court. Does she have to accept?
No, she doesn't. Get her camera or her money back.
For the camera?
Yeah.
Got your point, going inside the courtroom.
I also got evidence from Canon.
Yeah, they lost your camera. But now, let's talk about what you're suing for. Okay. First of all, you called the credit card company and got the $195 repair fee returned.
That's correct.
So you're clear on that. And then what you are suing for here today, you bought a new camera, which cost you $544.
That's correct.
So you're not only suing for the cost of a new camera, you are also suing for almost $1,700 in lost wages.
And I have the receipts for everything.
How do you have receipts for lost wages?
Because I had jobs that she paid me money to do.
Right.
$2,000 worth of for a website.
I'm sorry. I need concrete evidence. You need to prove to me what you lost and what you're out. See, because here's the thing. I'm a practical woman, and if what I need to do to not lose $2,000 is spend $500, I spend the $500. And the law wants you to be a practical woman too. And it's called the litigant's responsibility to mitigate their damages. So you can't say, I don't have a camera, and it would cost me $500 to have a camera, and then I'd stop $7,000 in bleeding, but I'm just gonna have the $7,000 in bleeding. You can't, you have to mitigate your damages. So how many months were you back and forth with these folks?
Well, April 15th, I dropped it off.
What time were you there, April 15th? Do you remember?
August 17th?
No,
April 15th, I don't
first
remember the time. I mean, I don't know if it's on the receipt. No, I don't think he would.
I don't think
Wait,
it is.
You know what? It might be when he made the sale on the receipt. I don't know.
Maybe. Let's see.
I don't know if there's a time on the receipt.
I doubt it. If it's handwritten, I doubt. Oh,
No,
there's
there's a credit card receipt as well.
Let's see. There is a time. Can I see the UPS slip?
It's the top listing.
What time does UPS pick up?
Depends on the store. It's variable. At Staples, it's 5 o'clock.
Did you take this to Staples?
Yes.
And the UPS counter closes at what time?
Last pickup is 5. They'll take
Last
packages
pickup
all
is
night.
5. Fascinating. Last pickup is 5, and the time that you gave the camera was 4:47.
Yeah, but we could still go there up till closing at Staples, and they'll take the package.
Yes, your firm strikes me as the kind of place that runs over to make sure that they, in the next minute it gets shipped, even though, 2 weeks later we have no idea where it is. If it got shipped that day, why isn't it received that day? There's notes, or he tells you that it didn't get received until May something.
The date's generated by the day we make the tag.
Where's her camera? It's such a simple thing that we want. She wants her camera. She wants her camera back, and she knows it's not going to happen because you guys lost it.
Your Honor, you know what's funny? Albert called me on September 18th at 10:40, and he says, "Good news, I have your camera. It's ready for pickup."
Yeah, what about that? That wasn't your camera. All right,
Exactly.
Okay, it's not. They've lost your camera. Look at me. They've lost your broken camera. They've lost because your camera was broken. Okay.
Yes.
So let us discuss what you are suing for, and then we'll get to your counterclaim. You are suing for lost wages, which I do not find that you have proved, and you're suing for the cost of a new Canon camera. That would be a nice bonanza, right? So let's put that little thing on hold while we look at the counterclaim. $509.53. You want $395 for the camera that you loaned her. The camera that you loaned her is right here. Please return that camera to them. That takes care of that. And you want $195.53 for repairing her camera. Please to explain.
Because the camera was replaced, there's an excess black
Yeah, but we just
waiting in
gave
the
you the
store.
camera back, so now you don't think that anymore, right? That's the camera that you gave her. That
Well,
you
the
loaned her
loan-
while
the
you'd
loan-
find her real one, which
The
never
loaner
happened.
is back. The repair is, in my eyes, still contestable because I don't believe that she, was the right for her to get the same camera replaced in the same body
That's not the
part
question.
of the repair.
The question I'm asking you is it right for you to get not just the camera back that you loaned her, but also $195 for repairing a camera you lost?
It wasn't repaired yet, so it didn't come back repaired. I can't.
So it doesn't sound like it would be right?
No, not that we got this back.
Yeah, I'll see. Okay. So on your counterclaim 0, and on her claim against you, you can buy a working one on the internet for $150. So what would a broken one be?
I don't know.
Not much. Not a figure you're going to be happy with. But you understand me, right? You
Yes,
understand.
I could understand with that,
Yeah.
but I still lost a lot of work because
You lost a lot of time, that's for sure.
Yes. And I just don't work as a photographer. I work as an illustrator.
No, I
graphic
know
artist.
that.
So this is just a small part of my job.
Yeah, I understand that. I find in favor of the plaintiff in the amount of $100. That's my judgment. Good luck, folks.
Thank you.
Well, do you feel like you won or you lost?
No, I still don't feel like I won. I lost about over $2,000 worth of
Time.
work. I have all the receipts from jobs that I lost and income that I used to pay, my bills with. So.
All right. What are you going to do? Are you going to buy the same model or on the internet? Like the judge said, it's available.
No,
it's not the same
I
one.
already have one that
Yeah.
I replaced for work.
It wasn't enough for you just to win the case in court? How about
No,
that?
it was not. I needed to. I have medical bills that I have to pay. So.
All right. Okay, head right down there. All right. All right, you come on out here, and how do you think you looked in there?
I think that they tried to make it seem as if I was representing someone who had ill intent, but we made all efforts to repair the camera. When that failed, we did everything we could to give her a camera to work with so she wouldn't be out of work and she'd be functioning.
Let's do this the Yoda way. Repeat after me, the camera.
The camera.
We
lost.
Harvey?
Okay, the judge actually talked about this concept of mitigating damages, which means minimizing your damages. For example, in this case, if you could rent another camera to continue doing the work you need to do, then you got to rent another camera. Then you can get the money for the rental, but you can't just sit there and get lost profits. That'll do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
Shaq here, spinning fast-acting pain relief with Icy Hot. Ice works fast, heat makes it last. Icy Hot, you're so back.
Did you know that parents rank teaching financial literacy as the toughest life skill? That's where Greenlight comes in, the debit card and money app made for families. With Greenlight, you can send money quickly, set up chores, automate allowance, and track spending with real-time notifications. Kids learn how to earn, save, and spend responsibly, while parents have peace of mind knowing smart money habits are being built. Try Greenlight risk-free today at greenlight.com/Spotify.
This is the plaintiff, Jeffrey Cannon. He says he was hired to paint the defendant's hair salon, went above and beyond for the ungrateful woman who changed her mind 1,000 times and is suing her because she hasn't paid him in full. It's a real shame it has to come to this, a lawsuit. But hey, that's the world we live in today. He's suing for $425.71, the amount he's due. This is the defendant, Donna Moak. She says the plaintiff did a horrific job, and it boggles her mind that he'd actually open a can of worms by suing her for payment when all he did was ruin her hair salon. Owe him money. That's a good one. If anyone's owed, it's her. She's accused of not paying a painter. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $392.24 because she wants a full refund of monies paid.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket, the plaintiff painted the defendant's hair salon and got stiffed, but the defendant says the job was atrocious. It's the case of colorblind.
Jeffrey Cannon, doing business as Jeff's G&G Decorative Tile and Concrete. You are suing Donna, how to pronounce your last name?
Moak.
Moak, for $425.71.
Yes.
That you say you were out the balance of a paint job that she didn't pay you for,
yes,
plus some materials. You have a counterclaim against him for $392.24, because you want the deposit you paid him plus the cost of the paint, because according to you, he ruined the job. Okay, let me hear from you first.
Well, I was hired for Mrs. Moak to paint her hair salon. I took her to the Sherwin-Williams paint store to get the right paint.
Okay.
The paint that she got was not the same paint that was on her walls, which would cause us to have to prime the walls or stain block the walls. She didn't.
And it was
paint.
because when you say not the same, do you mean color?
No, it was close to this. It wasn't the exact same color. It was close. The sheen of paint, you have a gloss paint, a semi-gloss paint, and a satin paint. She had semi-gloss on her walls, and when she brought down to a flat paint for the ceiling,
you were there with her. Why didn't you just tell her to buy a semi-gloss?
I told her to get primer.
Okay, so that because she wanted a flat look.
Yeah, she wanted a flat look.
All right, so you told her to get primer, and she said what?
She had stated to me that that was my responsibility, that I should be paying for the primer and the
Do you have your
stain blocker.
contract?
Yes.
That you should be paying for the primer and the what?
And the stain blocker.
Why? Because your contract says paint to be supplied by customer?
No, Your Honor.
Why would he pay?
No primer was ever discussed. The paint that I bought
At Sherwin-Williams, no primer? When the painter's there and Sherwin-Williams is there and you're covering?
Yes, I purchased emerald paint and the primer's already included
that
in the
never
paint.
works. That's a load of baloney.
Yeah.
Right?
But it was never.
I know. There's just no reason to pay extra for that because I've had this dog has bit me, okay, on a not burgundy, but kind of a dark wall, and I was trying to make it beige, and like 4 coats later, it was beige.
Yeah, the color.
Yeah, it's cheaper to just buy primer and then use only 1 or 2 coats of the paint.
He never mentioned primer at all. He was at the paint store
Right,
with
but
me.
you're buying the paint, and your paint is supposed to have primer in it.
And
right?
It does. I have right here that
and
it
then he
does.
paints the wall, and yet the sheen comes through?
I painted it sheen with sheen.
So what was her complaint?
Her complaint that sheen was bleeding through. So
Is that true? Was that your complaint, that sheen was bleeding through the sheen?
No, there were missed spots. He didn't paint walls entirely.
Were you there during the paint job?
I was in and out during the day. And when I told him, I said, look, some of these walls don't have paint. He used pretty much a 3-inch roller, and he said, now there's paint on it. Nothing was cut in. You'll be able to see from the pictures.
Let me see the pictures.
There was paint all over everything. I just have tons of them.
Okay, the name of his business is Decorative Tile and Concrete. He's not a painter.
Correct.
Are you a painter?
Yes, we do painting also.
Okay, she's showing me paint on trim work that's just kind of...
It's sloppy everywhere. Yeah. There's lots of cabinets. If you go to some of those, you can see that there are 8 stations in that salon.
Can you come here?
Absolutely.
All right. So what is this that I'm looking at?
Okay, that's the station, and this is just missed spots.
What's a station?
It's if you go through the pictures here, you'll be able to see that, these are grand stations. Like here, right here, is the stations in the salon. If you look at the wall above the stations.
What is the paint? The wall above the stations?
Yeah, and like that's all missed, the 2 different colors. Like some of it's painted, some of it isn't. And if you look through all those pictures, because he missed spots. And when I kept
But that's like so big.
Correct, right. And they're all missed spots. And
what's going on there? Okay, I'm asking them. Go back over there. You come over here. What's going on here? I mean, okay.
Yeah, right, that same corner.
Right there. Like, what's that?
A lot of that is shadow. I have it on my phone. You can see.
That's not shadow. This shows half painted.
I do have that on my phone if you want to see.
Yeah, but how am I going to know it's the same station?
It's the only corner in the...
They're on my phone also, and they should be dated.
What's the deal with this?
Your Honor, I just did not see that. I did offer to her to come back and complete it. We were only there 2 days.
What's the deal with this?
I would have came back, like the text message that I have over there.
What's the deal with this?
Those are small areas, and we did offer to come back and do that. This, may I say that this was day number 2. This salon, we had to work at night. She wouldn't let us in there during the day to work.
Yeah. Of course not. She loses business that way. What is this a picture of?
That's the wall that I asked him and told him there was no paint on it. He took the 3-inch rollers. He hit the shiny stuff as the new stuff because I used a sheen on a Dell
really
wall.
see that in the picture.
I can show you if you'd like.
Hold on, take this step.
Not really.
He didn't trim around anything. There was no paint on that wall at all.
What's that?
When she changed that color was a red behind it and she didn't prime it.
She didn't prime it,
Your Honor.
She
And her paint had-
she didn't
Your
want
Honor.
to pay for the primer.
Your Honor.
Did you
and
ever tell her, I don't care what this paint says, you have to come on?
We did offer second coat. We did
I don't
offer to come
understand. How
back.
can you be collecting and saying I'm done when it's like this?
I never said that we were completely done. She told us, this is only day number 2. This is Monday night. We painted Sunday night. We went back Monday night and started touching things up, and she didn't want us to finish the job.
Wait, you went back Monday night and started touching things up, and what?
We put a whole more.
Why didn't you finish? These pictures are taken after Monday, right?
Yes, they are.
And they're after
She
you
didn't told
say
me
that
not
you
to come
want the
back.
balance.
She told me not to come
Just a
back.
minute.
You can-
Let me see the text. Go
Okay,
ahead and
you
go
can-
back.
this-
I got it.
Oh, sorry.
What are you showing me, the text between the two of you?
Those are the texts that I had.
I also have
sent
it
to her.
printed.
I prefer to see it in the phone. So she sends you. Seriously, what day was the paint job? Does anybody know? I know it's Sunday, but what date?
October 20th.
October 22nd. She sends some pictures of complaints. And you respond, yes, I agree. Some areas are bleeding through. I will put one more coat on those areas and be done with it. The red is not covering the same on a tan wall like on the red wall. However, that's what you wanted, so one last coat and that's it. After that, I'm done and we can settle up. I will not keep coming back because your materials don't cover. We are already at 4 coats. Yeah, that kind of probably ticked her off. Then you apologize. That is 2 days later because I guess you don't hear from her. Donna, I would like to apologize for my unprofessional conversation with you. I would like to come and touch up the areas in need as long as I will be paid for the job. The extra color change on railings and on shelf units really cut into my time. Those were not to be other colors. As long as we touch up the areas, can we come to a complete job agreement? Let me know. The job is 99% complete. Then you send him a text the same day as he sends you that, saying, can you stop talking and listen? Okay. And you send him a text saying, I spent $267 on paint, $125 on you, and I want everything back. It's lacking one coat in many, many places. It's a very poor job, and you agreed. I gave you a second chance to come back and fix it. You said you were going to stay until it was done, even if you had to stay all night. This is how you left me. Saying this is 99% complete is sad. So, according to you, was he supposed to have finished the whole job on Sunday?
He was supposed to finish the job on Sunday, yes.
All right, then according to you, you had him come back for...
I came in Monday morning, I looked at it, and it was just awful. So I called him and told him it was awful. So he came back Monday and looked at it. He agreed it was terrible. He said he would come in at 5:30 and he would not leave until it was perfect.
All right, and then you came in on Tuesday.
And it was awful.
So, does the person who did the work get something for the good work or nothing? I'm going in the back.
I'd say if he didn't fulfill the job he was hired for, he doesn't deserve anything.
Yeah, but if some of the job has value, do you get something?
No, because the customer's always right. And if they didn't fulfill it.
I know they say that, but the customer isn't always right. Do you get something?
I don't believe there's any value in his services provided. It's like a rental house. You can prorate the days that you use there, but in this case, it's a complete unsatisfactory job.
And if I understood that, I'd agree with you. Going inside the courtroom.
All right. She doesn't want you back because in her estimation, she already had you back to fix things. And I take it she maybe didn't like your tone about, I'm going to give you one more coat and then I'm done with it, because there were corrections that needed careful attention to. She feels that she gave you that Monday to do that and that you left and again left it incomplete. I am looking at the pictures and I want to believe this is not your best work.
No, it is not.
Right. So it is what it is. So now, I would find it unreasonable had she not had you back, but she had you back and then we still have a problem. So, how many times does she have to have you back? Of all of the estimates that you have, the cheapest one is actually the most professional, and that would be $236.52. That includes whatever paint they need to buy in order to correct it. So I don't quite get then why you're suing for $392 if it'll take you $236.52 to fix it. See what I'm saying? Because that's really your measure of damages, assuming I agree with you, and I do. Now, on what is left, the remainder that you are to, why are you suing for materials? $50.71 in materials.
Your Honor, I didn't get paid for the job.
So you're angry. That's why you're charging her.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Be
Not
honest.
because you're entitled to, but because you're angry. Gotcha. Okay. Oh, the balance due was $375. The total that you were charging her was $500?
Yeah, that was it.
Got it. All right. So if, in fact, there is $375 left on the balance, and if it is going to cost her $236.52 to have it corrected to perfection, then that means that a net judgment will still be issued in your favor on your claim and cross-claim. The net judgment will be in your favor in the amount of $138.48. Thank you, folks.
Here comes the defendant with her papers and everything. You've heard the judge's ruling on the cross claims. Here, step next to me here. Tell me what's your feeling on the outcome of this.
Well, I don't think that he deserved anything because it was such a poor paint job. The pictures proved it.
He did work.
He did work, yes, but he did more damage.
Why don't you give him a chance to come back and fix? You know, give him his...
Because it didn't end up like that in the end. He didn't really want to come back and fix it. He had an attitude.
All right. You head around the corner. Come on in here. The painter, is this your finest hour? Are you proud of the work that was shown out in front of everybody here?
We did have a few difficulties, but it wasn't more the painting. It was the materials that we were putting on the wall.
Mm-hmm. Well, the judge says that the redo job is going to be taken out of your part, your money.
If I would have redone it, if she would have let us come back and redo it, there wasn't that much that needed to be redone. Obviously, we was financially in her favor, though.
All right. Harvey?
Short and sweet, the plaintiff is entitled to be made whole, which is the cost of doing the job right. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
Tonight, turn down the noise of the day and focus on the rest with AGZ, the nightly drink for winding down and resting up. New from AG1. AGZ supports your body's natural sleep cycle with clinically studied key herbs, adaptogens, and minerals in amounts supported by research. And no melatonin, helping you wake feeling rested. Wind down, rest up with AGZ. Learn more at drinkagz.com.
This is the plaintiff, Luis Rodriguez. He says the defendant broke into his car, smashed his back window, broke the center console, and tried to steal his radio. There was an eyewitness. The defendant was arrested for the crime, but he's never paid for the damages. He doesn't know the defendant, has never met him, but wants the $1,450 he's owed, and is suing for just that today. This is the defendant, Matthew Persad. He says he was mistakenly arrested for a crime he did not commit. He didn't steal that guy's radio or break into his car and therefore owes nothing. He was just in the wrong place at the wrong time, waiting for a friend. The cops just wanted to arrest someone, and he was the unfortunate fool who got collared for a crime he didn't commit. He's accused of breaking and entering. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $2,000 for aggravation.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket. The plaintiff says the defendant went nuts in his car, smashing the back window, breaking the center console. He doesn't even know the guy. But the defendant says he didn't do the deed. It's the case of smash hit.
Okay, Luis Rodriguez?
Yes.
You're suing Matthew Persad for $1,450 in damages that you say he committed to your car when he was trying to burglarize it.
Yes.
Tell me what happened.
Well, Your Honor, on the date of the incident, the defendant broke into my car. He broke the driver's side window. He was attempting to take the radio.
How did he break the window? He shattered it?
He shattered the window.
He was trying to take your radio?
Yes.
What kind of car do you have?
It was a Honda Civic 2000.
A Honda Civic 2000.
Yes. And well, since he was trying to rip the radio out, he broke the center console, and even the radio was even damaged after that.
What, did he do it alone or with somebody else?
He did it with someone else, but I couldn't find him. So that's why I'm suing him alone.
Okay, but on that night, how did you find out that he did this? Because you didn't see him and you don't know him.
The neighbor heard him shatter the glass, and they called the police, and he was arrested. him and a friend was arrested, or I don't know who he was, but him and his friend got arrested, I guess.
Did the neighbors see them doing it?
No, but the police have. I have a police report.
Okay, let me see the police report. What time of the night did this happen?
This was at 1:30 in the morning.
Did the police officers catch them at the car?
Yes.
Oh, okay. And how do you know that? They knock on your door?
Yes, they rang the bell. It was right in front of my house.
And they told you?
Yes.
I said, we caught them right on your car?
Yes.
What did they tell you? Tell me.
They told me it was 3 of them actually, and these 2 were in the car, and one was waiting on the corner for looking out.
So by the time they knock on your door, all the action's over and they got these guys in custody?
Yes.
Did they have you come out and look at them to see if you knew them?
No.
You got the car repaired already?
No, I just have estimates. I have another car, and it was just soon after I got into an accident, which was my fault, and between the damage from that and the damage, it just wasn't worth it. And I just...
got rid of the car?
Yeah, I donated the car.
Let me see the estimate for the repair of the car.
All right.
Okay, so I see an estimate for $760.58.
Yeah.
So why?
And the radio, which is a discontinued radio, so I couldn't find anything.
Were they able to take the radio out, or they were trying to?
They were ripping it out, and then it wasn't working. Like, it wasn't working properly after that.
What's going on?
Well, basically, me and my friend was standing there. I had nothing to do with his vehicle, actually. And when the cops came, we had nothing to do. We were like 4 cars away from his vehicle. The cop asked us what we're doing. I told him I'm waiting for my friend because I had left my phone there from like 2-3 hours before that. So when I went to go pick it up again, I was using my friend's phone that I was with to call him to tell him
He
to come
says the cops caught you right in the vehicle.
No, we weren't in the vehicle. We weren't even near the vehicle. We were actually 4 cars away. They searched us. We had nothing on us. I told them I don't even steal. Like, if I would have been doing something with the car, I had something on me. Screwdriver, knife.
Well, unless you're
rock.
just a bad thief.
No.
Maybe you're just a thief, but you're not good at it, so you weren't able to get the radio. Then you wouldn't have the radio on you. Except for what are you doing while somebody else clearly broke that window, I guess, not you. So they broke the window, they tried to take it, and you're just standing there in the area at 1:30 in the morning?
No, I was only there for about 10-15 minutes, and as we were standing, I waited for my friend to come outside.
Except for that the neighbor who heard the glass shatter called the police immediately, and the police came right over. So they didn't come 10-15 minutes later.
Okay, so the guy pleads guilty, admits he was 4 cars away, at 1:30 in the morning, standing there for 10 minutes. He's admitting all of that. And now the plaintiff wants reimbursement. Does he get reimbursement?
Yes, he should get reimbursement. I think all the evidence there, and it's pretty obvious.
Is there any question beyond a shadow of a doubt that this guy did it?
No, I think it's pretty obvious.
Okay, forgetting about everything else, what about pleading guilty? Does that kind of do it for the guy, period?
Well, I would think so, yeah. I mean, he's admitting his guilt.
Look at him. He pled guilty in a criminal case, and now he's in a civil court?
Yeah. Well, he's guilty.
I would stick with your answer, going inside the courtroom.
So when the police come right over, according to him, the police tell him that they caught you right in the car.
No, I don't know when any police were called, but I was standing there for about 10 minutes.
What were you doing there?
I was waiting for my friend to come outside with my cell phone.
So didn't your friend just come outside and explain that to the police?
No,
they were just waiting for me. They weren't doing anything.
No, because when
you
they
and your
came-
friend got arrested, right, my friend?
Yeah.
And what happened with that case, of course, since you're completely innocent and the police are just picking up whoever's in the neighborhood and rounding up the usual suspects and boom, just slapping you with a felony charge that you didn't earn, you of course fought the charge, right?
No, yeah, I went to fight it, and then when I went to see an attorney, the attorney said, well, you're gonna get out of here, but the only way you could get out is if you sign order of protection. I'm like,
order of protection?
Yeah, he was giving me order of protection. So I'm in central bookings now. They're telling me I have to sign order of protection and pay $120 surcharge.
Wait, what are you talking about? What does an order of protection have to do with the felony charge you were charged with?
No, that's when I got arrested. After I got arrested, they took me in. I'm asking them why I got arrested.
An order of protection to protect who from what?
From, I'm guessing, him.
To stay away from him?
Yeah, I didn't even know.
Okay, no, but that's not all you did, is it? You pled guilty.
No, because they asked me if I wanted to get out. I was in the system for about 32 hours. Asked me, you want to go home. The only way you can go home right now is if you sign order of protection.
No, you pled guilty.
So what?
I have it in front of me. You pled guilty in order to get out.
Oh, yeah.
Because you did it because you wanted to get it over with.
No, yeah.
That's what you said in the answer to the complaint. Well, I just wanted to get it over with. Do you have a prospective court date? Am I missing something?
No.
Right. Your case is closed, and it's closed by you admitting you did it.
Well, they didn't tell me that I was admitting to me doing it. They was just telling me that, because when I got arrested, they were saying that how I broke into the car. I told them that I didn't break into no car. I didn't have nothing to do with his vehicle.
So you pled guilty because you wanted to get out?
No, yeah, because they told me if I didn't plead guilty and I want to go trial, I have to go get remanded and go back in, get sent to Rikers, and I didn't want to do nothing.
Okay, so the fact that I shouldn't think that you broke in because he says the police told you that they caught you in the car. I shouldn't think that you broke in because you're the guy who got arrested that night by the police. I shouldn't think that you broke in because you're the guy who got charged by the government for it then. And I shouldn't think that you broke in because you pled guilty to it.
No.
Those are all insignificant reasons for me to think that maybe you're responsible for breaking this car and you should pay
I don't
for it.
blame you for feeling so, but I
Okay,
didn't
while
have
you're
nothing.
standing out there waiting for your friend, did you hear the glass shatter?
No.
That apparently the neighbor heard
When
it
the
caused the
cop
police to
came-
come that
when the
apparently
cop-
happened?
When the cop came, they asked me, what am I doing there? I said, I'm waiting for my friend. They said,
How many
"Where's your
times are you going to
friend?"
say the same thing?
No, I'm
It's
telling
not
you.
obvious I don't believe you?
No, but it's just that you're not letting me finish when after the officer.
Well, how much more can you say? You've said the same thing over and over again. I was just standing around. The cops asked me what I was doing. I told them I was waiting for a friend. They arrested me.
That's all I was doing.
Yeah, right. Right. What is your counterclaim? You're suing that guy? The guy whose car got broken into? That you want him to pay you $2,000 for what?
No, because I was told that when I was speaking to my attorney that I had nothing to do with his vehicle, so I'm going through all this for no reason right now. I went through the system for everything.
He's suing the guy the cops arrested. But you're suing him because he's suing the guy the cops arrested and who pled guilty to it?
I mean, if I had nothing to do with his vehicle and I got arrested for something I had nothing to do with.
Look at me. You had something to do with his vehicle. Yeah, you're the guy who broke into it trying to rip him off. That's who you are. You are a thug, okay? You are a no-good, stealing thug. You're just not good at it, and you got caught. And you can't even man up and just come in here and say, yeah, I did it.
I wish I could have just said that.
I wish you could too. I wish you could too. Verdict for the plaintiff, $1,450. Pay the man.
Well, this is going to be the last impression you leave before you leave this courtroom. What impression do you want to leave of yourself?
There's nothing really to say. I know I ain't do nothing with his vehicle, so at the end of the day, I know I'm right. So if you feel that he goes through.
All right, you were standing there for 10 minutes. What did you see happen to his vehicle while you were standing there 4 cars away for that 10, 15 minutes?
I didn't even notice his vehicle window was broken. When the cop came and said if I had something to do with his vehicle window, I'm like...
It got broken while you were standing there during that 10, 15-minute period. That's when it happened.
Well, the cop never said nothing to me that...
I don't care about the cop. What did you see and hear?
I didn't see his vehicle there broken at all. When I walked there with my friend...
You didn't hear anything, see anything? You nothing?
I was walking there. I was walking.
You were walking in a cell phone and right?
No, as I walked up to my friend's block, I'm waiting for him to come outside. I called him off my other friend's phone.
I know. We heard all that stuff.
And then
okay.
He just...
All
right, so step on in here. What kind of nerve do you have suing the guy who broke into your car?
I can't believe he's suing me. I guess it is what it is.
What is it?
It's dumb, I guess. I got no other word for it.
What do you got, Harvey?
Okay, here's the way it works. When you plead guilty in a criminal case, that means you pled guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. That's the evidence. In a civil case, it's just kind of like 5149. So when you plead guilty, you can't argue it again in civil court. Your goose is already cooked.